What is up, guys? JayFerGaming here. Welcome to the finale of my Jules Bianchi season. It's emotional. It's been a fantastic season. Driving as Jules, really enjoyed it. Hope you guys have as well. And I just want to thank all of you that have stuck with the whole season and that have watched every race, and even the ones that have just watched a few races. Just thanks for all that. In terms of this championship, it's been very Mercedes dominant. Look at that. Hamilton 11 wins, Rosberg 7, but there's only 1 point between them, so that's going to be an incredible battle. And looking at us, we're stuck in no man's land really, just 9th place. I think we're going to stay there, so we're driving for pride here. Come on, Jules, get some more points in your final race of the season. And the final race is Abu Dhabi, which is usually a decent track for me, so hopefully we'll be getting a few points here in the Marussia. So, in terms of qualifying, obviously on the options, going for a quick lap. And yeah, corner cutting's obviously a bit of an issue around here. So, on one-shot qualifying, try not to corner cut and pretty much starting at the back. But yeah, I can see us having a decent session here. Let's hopefully translate my confidence onto performance on the track. So, join us in the final sector. We're actually only P15. It hasn't been a bad lap. The car's feeling very twitchy indeed though. The back end keeps stepping out and then we randomly get a load of oversteer. So yeah, it's a little bit disconcerting for the race, but we're coming around the final corner. Where are we going to end up? Is it going to be P15? Yes, it is. So we're in the position I think we've probably qualified the most this season. I'd imagine between the Toro Rossos and the Lotuses maybe. But Hamilton gets pole from Rosberg, so he gets the early advantage. In the championship battle, which we need to look out for, that's important, but not as important as us getting some points. And yeah, behind the Toro Rossos and ahead of Gutierrez and Grosjean, pretty standard grid as per usual. This is my final race on F1 2015, so let's have a good one, Jules. Let's get some points on P15. 5 lights and the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix is away. We get an okay getaway. Not too bad. We're trying to move to the inside so we can go for dive bomb into turn 1, but Gutierrez is there. He goes flying into turn 1. We're on the inside of a Toro Rosso. Contact ahead, but I think we're okay in P15 here. And we swiped across the Toro Rosso. Gutierrez just got in the way, took away our good start. That could have been us up there, but we're going to go for it into the chicane. Usually a good opportunity to make up a few positions. Gutierrez dispatched. Verne as well, up to the P13. Now the hairpin up the inside. We're trying Magnussen. If we get a McLaren, that would be fantastic, as we're battling them in the Constructors' Championship. We're trying to squeeze him out, but we have to leave him a little bit of room. He's actually off the track. I'm that close to him. And we're trying to get into the slipstream just to get ahead, and there's a Force Indy moving around all over the place. I don't know where he's gone, and wow, we somehow got the inside there, taking Magnussen up to P11. That was a crazy battle there, because Perez was making it very tricky indeed. I thought he was going to make it 3 wide there, but now we're trying to catch up to Hulkenberg, who's into P10, so if we get this one, we'll be in the points paying positions, which is what we want from this final race of the season. Are we going to go for a move? No, we're probably a little bit too far back, but down here, we seem to be a little bit stronger, making the use of the curbs. Up the inside of Hulkenberg, we're going to go for it. It's a late move. He kind of just moves out the way. If he turned in, I definitely wasn't getting through there. But there we go, up into the points. Positions, P10. And let's see if we can actually catch up to the top 9. But yeah, this car's feeling very, what's the word, frigid? No, that's not the word. I don't know why that comes to mind, but yeah, the car, I'm struggling with the car. There's so much understeer in the first sector, and then the straight line speeds, it's okay, it's not great, and then we just randomly get bits of oversteer, and you can see we're dropping back from the top 9. It's kind of showing to me that we don't have the pace to fight for the big points here, but Hulkenberg's going for a move again. We have the inside line to defend, and we do that nicely. I think it's going to be a bit of a defensive race. I could be defending this 10th position for a while, because in the traction zones we are absolutely awful after the first hairpin, and then after that chicane we get terrible traction, and then the AI are absolutely all over us with their traction control. Damn them all, Codemasters. But we defend our position there. But yeah, the gap to button ahead is already 2.5 seconds, and we can barely see him in the distance now. So yeah, I think it's a defensive drive from here. Hulkenberg, who has DRS now, breezes past us. There's nothing we can do about that, unless we try and go back up the inside again. Yes, we do try and force them out wide, but the McLaren's getting involved as well. They're side by side, making it very tricky to see all the cars in my mirrors, and then knowing where to defend. So they got DRS again. I don't even know who's attacking me now. I think it's Magnussen in the McLaren. He's going for it. We make a little bit of contact there. The hand goes up. That's the team we're battling against. We need this point more than him. And the smoke, what's going on here? Raikkonen? I think Raikkonen's retired with a blown engine. And yes, we can see it. He has a blown engine and just pulls off. And that's us into P9. And I don't know if there's something wrong with Ferrari, but Alonso is in the pits at the moment. And on lap 3, that is incredibly early. So I don't know if he made contact or anything. I don't know if he was involved with Raikkonen, but Ferrari are having a very bad final race of the season because he must have to pit again. Lap 4 now, getting assaulted again. This time it's Magnussen, and he's got DRS. We're just staying in the slipstream, trying to stay as close as possible. He is squeezing us right to the edge of the track. We're on the curve, which makes us tricky under braking, but we should get DRS in this second DRS zone if we get a decent exit. And it's not a great exit again. We just can't get on the power early enough. And now with DRS, we're going to try and close in. I don't think we're going to be close enough for a move. If it is, it's going to have to be a huge dive bomb, locking up, and we just keep the car on the track, no contact. So yeah, it was a decent move in the end, but you can see the gap to Button ahead. There is no chance of us catching up to them. We're battling for the minor points here with the likes of Perez and Magnussen, and what a battle it's been. There's a yellow flag ahead. We've gained a position there. I don't know what's going on actually, but there is a replay coming up. Bottas did retire, and it stems from Rosberg getting a puncture in the final corner. The worst place to get a puncture. That signals to me that Lewis Hamilton's the world champion. God damn it. But Bottas here in third. If he's going to do what I think he's going to do, yep, absolutely plows into Rosberg, and he is out of the race. Thank you for that position. And I'll take another position there. Rosberg. My engineer actually compliments me for that great manoeuvre. Rosberg has a goddamn puncture and he's out the championship battle, unless Hamilton retires, I'd say now. So, yeah, not great traction. And it looks like we're going to get attacked again. You will probably see this a lot in this video. This is a very long one. It was a very entertaining race. My lack of traction did help in terms of exciting battles. We've got Magnussen on the inside. Oh, that Force India was close. I didn't see him coming. And I was sandwiched through here. A very tricky situation. Car on the inside, car on the outside. We're on the curve. Oh, Magnussen pushed us out the way there. Oversteer. Oh, we've just kept it under control. We're sliding all over the place. I think we took someone out there. I don't know. I didn't see, but I felt a car touch us. We were so out of control there. So eager to get back on the power. And let's see, there was a Force India sideways, taking out a Toro Rosso. I think I hit that Force India into the Toro Rosso. Not the greatest of replays, I do apologise for that. But yeah, I seem to be causing a bit of carnage. And yeah, pausing it while I'm in the braking zone, not a good idea. So yeah, apologies about the corner cut as well. But things are pretty exciting at the moment, even though we don't have the greatest of pace. Lap 5, we're coming into the pits. These tyres are going off the cliff, and I think we're one of the only cars to pit here. Just shows how much we're struggling. So we are going to go for the undercut. We are hoping to take Magnussen. That was my aim by pitting this early, but my tyres weren't feeling great at all. Let's see if we can have a good stop. It's through 2.5, not too bad, but let's see how these prime tyres perform, because we're going to have to take them to the end. And you can see from what position we come out in, not many cars have pitted. Hulkenberg, who was involved, I think with Verne, so that makes sense. And then Alonso, who might have pitted. We just went over the pit exit line as well and didn't get a penalty. I've been driving pretty recklessly in this race, I must admit, and I've been getting away with it. Let's see if we can get the undercut on Magnussen. Lap 6, there's a yellow flag, and it's Rosberg. Rosberg still hasn't got back to the pits. He is a lap down now. What a race. It's like 2014 all over again, where he had an engine issue, and I'll say it robbed him of the title, though Hamilton was always going to win that. But yeah, Rosberg's race is pretty much over. And I'd just like to make a comment of how he blocked me there, trying to force me off the track. Who's he think he is? But is there a few cars in the pits? There's actually not many cars in the pits, and we're on lap 7. So the AI are taking the super soft tyres very long indeed. I couldn't do that. I mean, I think 6 was the maximum for me, so this advantage the AI have, the tyre wear, the traction, I hope it's sorted out for 2016 to make a more even contest. Talking about uneven contests, me against Ericsson, breezed past him, up to P13, and we're closing in on Sutil, who won't have pitted as well, so hopefully he doesn't hold us up here in our quest to undercut Magnussen, but he actually did for the final sector of the lap, and I still can't get past him. We can see Perez is coming out the pits. We saw his driver name tag underneath the track, but we do come out ahead of him. Sutil's still blocking us, as he's entitled to do, but we're going to go for the move into the chicane. That's a McLaren ahead? Is that Magnussen? I think Magnussen has defended his position, but that puts us up into P8, so I think another car hasn't pitted. Actually, it's Alonso who's making his second pit stop, as we're about to get attacked by Perez at the same time. So now we're in our genuine position of P7, which I take, that wouldn't be too bad, but I can't remember the constructors' situation, so the two McLarens are ahead of me, so I think they would beat us in the constructors, which would be a big shame as we are battling them, and Perez just absolutely flies up my inside. I didn't even brake early there, so how did he do that? We're going to fight back into the hairpin, try and force him out wide onto the curb, see if that affects him, but look at his traction compared to me. And if I try and get on the power even quicker than that, the car just slides everywhere, so I can't win in that situation. DRS now. I don't know if we're going to try some tactical move here. So we take the DRS off, and I think we're going to try and go side by side here and get the DRS again. I couldn't remember where the DRS line was though, so I kind of had to let Perez through, but I think that was it. You can see we're struggling on the curve there to get on the power, and now we do get DRS, but I don't think we're going to be close enough looking at this into the braking zone. There's no way I'm going for a dive bomb there and keeping the car on the track. So we're trying to set him up. After the chicane, the AI are a little bit weak on the exit here, so we get a great run. This is a very similar move to what we did to Hulkenberg, up the inside, and once again he moves out the way. That's something that needs to be fixed for 2016. The car ahead of me should turn in, and I should probably spin out from crashing into the side of the turning in car. That's how it should be. I hope it is like that. I haven't played 2016 yet, but not long to go now, guys. But the final race on 2015 here for me. Perez breezes past us again. Are we going to stay behind him? We make slight contact. Ooh, we don't want to make contact. We don't want a penalty or anything to have a negative effect on us in this race. But once again, we can't get the power down. DRS though, I think this is pretty much a repeat of the last lap. We're too far behind. AI getting a poor exit out of this chicane, and me going out on the inside of Perez possibly. Yes, this actually is a mirror image. Exactly the same. Wow. Great racing there. But lap 12, I bet you've seen this before. Me getting poor traction. But we need to watch out, me and Perez, because there is a fast closing in Ferrari behind us. And he's only a couple of seconds behind. So if we keep on battling like this, we could lose a position to that Ferrari. So we're fighting back. Trying a different mode of attack here. Back up the inside of Perez. We're going to go ahead of Perez through this DRS zone. So we'll probably go defensive. And we actually get oversteer, which allows Perez to slide up our inside. But we are closer to go for a move. We could go for a dive bomb up the inside. This time we do indeed keep the car on the track. Nicely done. Lock up slightly, but we're back into 7th place. So much defending, so much oversteer. Yeah, I took the scenic route through that corner. I hope you enjoyed it. But now Perez is on our tail, and I think I can see Alonso just behind him. Yes, he's joined the party. Three-way battle for 7th here, and we are seriously struggling with our tyres. 2 laps to go, and they feel absolutely awful. Perez is going for the outside line into turn 1. He outbrakes us, but doesn't get the move done. Is Alonso past him? Them two are side by side. They're attacking me as well. I'm definitely a roadblock here. And wow, Perez is lost out there. Alonso's all over us, and I'm not sure if... Oh, flying over the curb. That's not good for the aerodynamics. I think the Ferrari is on the option tyres. I haven't had a clear view yet, but I'm sure I'll see down here when I get terrible traction and he DRSs straight past me. Oh, it's a shame not to be attacking drivers, but yeah, there we go, option tyres. So I'd be surprised if he doesn't beat me here, but we'll see what we can do. His straight line speed doesn't look that great actually. We're right behind him, and we're going for the inside. He's braking later than us, locking up as well, so he could lose out to Perez here. He's still on our outside, and he's defending his position and just stops in front of me. What are you doing, Fernando? We've had a few incidents like that this season. Fernando Alonso just keeps crashing into me and just brake checks me, and we've got a Perez on our right and an Alonso on our left. There's debris on the track, Perez on our right. What am I saying? But once again, we defend the position, struggling all the way, oversteer, understeer, everything you can imagine. And you can see some awful understeer into the final corners. We nearly go off the track. And now Alonso ready to pounce once again. He's got a fantastic run. And I think he's going to be ahead. I'm not sure if we can defend it. Perez is on our inside. I thought about a dive bomb, but Perez was there. And now he's blocking us. And now I'm going to predict we've lost Alonso. So our aim now is to beat Perez. We'll stay as close as possible to him. We are on the wearing tyres. Fernando Alonso is on the fresh option, so he should get away from us. But let's see what we can do against Perez. Could we get him into the hairpin? Thinking about it, he's going to get DRS on the straight, so I don't know why he didn't go for the move there. Thinking back, I think that might cost us awful traction when Wells behind. He's going to get DRS, I'm going to get DRS. So I don't think we'll have an opportunity to attack down into the chicane coming up. Can we get closer and closer? He does have DRS, I'm pretty sure he has. He won't attack Alonso. Alonso's too far ahead. I'm thinking Perez is slightly too far ahead of us as well. And we're pushing that hard. We're starting to corner cut as well. Lewis Hamilton wins the race. Lewis Hamilton wins the World Championship. I don't care for that. Sorry, Hamilton fans. I probably slate him too often over my videos. I do apologise. But still trying to fight. After Perez, we're getting closer and closer. We're not close enough for that move we've done a couple of times in this race. Can we get anything down here? It's going to be tricky. There's not really a key opportunity to overtake in the final sector. So let's see what we can do. Perez is actually locked up. He's not going to go wide or anything, sadly. Oh, my hopes, my dreams. We are going to get a couple of points here. It's the final sector, driving as Jules Bianchi. It's been an honour. He was a fantastic driver. Had such potential to be a world champion. I've loved driving this season as him. And we're going to finish with the 9th place in Abu Dhabi. Forza Jules, what a season it's been. Brilliant driving. What a man he was. What a drive this has been. And there we go. Happy with his performance. Happy with his season. What a great guy. So that's been the finale. Abu Dhabi. Exciting, though we were defending most of the time. Lewis Hamilton, as I said before, is the world champion. And it's double points. Oh, I totally forgot it was double points. What, that was 2014, wasn't it? Damn it. So, the McLarens have scored many... Has button jumped us in the drivers. That's what I'm concerned about right now. But there we go. Hamilton, Vettel, Ricciardo making up the podium. McLaren had a fantastic race there. Capitalising on Carl's mistakes, finishing 5th and 6th. Grosjean just missed out on Lotus's only point of the season. Disappointing one for them. There's a few penalties in there. There was quite a bit of contact at times. And where's Rosberg? He didn't finish. Oh no, he did. He finished in 20th place. So we'll see here all the incidents in the race. Yeah, very busy indeed. A lot of penalties. A few corner cutting incidents from me. You can excuse me of that in this slow car. But yeah, look at all them 5-second penalties. Unbelievable. So we'll have to see the standings. It's going to be very interesting indeed. And, oh, we've beaten Button by 2 points. I said we were in no man's land. I totally forgot about double points. And you can see at the top, Hamilton wins by 51 points. That doesn't tell the story of the season. It was very close indeed by both of them. And Hamilton's pegged him back. So it's very reminiscent of 2014 between them two. Then it's the two Red Bulls. It's 2 by 2. I hate that so much. The amount of times you must have heard me saying things like that. 2 by 2, I hate that. But we finished in 9th, 2 points ahead of Button. It's been a fantastic battle there. Magnussen just jumps ahead of Hulkenberg. And that's the rest of the point scorers. Quite a few cars not pitting. No points for Caterham, Lotus or Sauber. In the Constructors, Mercedes of course miles ahead. The pretty standard order, as you could tell from the drivers, the 2 by 2 by 2. But we finished solidly in 6th. Very happy with that performance. And I'm very happy with this season. I've enjoyed it so much. The support's been fantastic from you guys. I hope you've enjoyed it. Please leave a like if you have. And yeah, I've got my F1 2010 finale coming out on Monday. Then it's going to be 2016 content. So look out for all that. Hope you guys have enjoyed the season and I'll catch you next time out. Goodbye.